Okay, we're here at Shell Point for a talk with Dr. Klaper.
Turn left onto Shell Point.
Oh, nice. How you like it so far?
So Tuesday night, there were 950 baptized.
Very much for that lovely introduction. Wow, for all the people who came on this lovely day, thank you so much. Is a colorful display of foods that grow out of the ground. And the focus of my talk is going to be on what's become known as whole food plant-based diets. And the things that you know probably aren't the best things to eat, but you're out at the restaurant or you're on a plant-based diet. You don't have to be complete vegans, but at least getting away. And the antidote to this, and all the diseases that get spawned from this kind of diet, is what we're calling a whole food plant-based diet. And it's basically up in front of you here in a clause. We have short, grinding molar teeth with rotary jaws without ever eating cheeseburgers. Age 71. I'm 71, I look just like that. It goes right through you, and you get leaner as you eat it. There's a patient of mine, Emily, has to weigh much more than I do, and the same wonderful effect happened in my body. And when you adopt a whole food plant-based diet, the colitis, the joint disease, autoimmune diseases, and obesity, of obesity, hypertension, atherosclerosis, diabetes, you get two words back. Etiology unknown. We don't know what causes these diseases. There's some molecular mechanism on genetics that we don't understand yet, but don't worry, those smart scientists at NIH are working 24/7 to figure out the molecular mechanisms, and as soon as they get it, they'll share it with us, and we'll create a mesocillin, and we will sell it for $1,000 a pill and restore your patients to glowing health. Ain't gonna happen. Because there's no molecular problem. There's no genetic problem, nothing wrong with you on that level. The problem is on a plaque that I have in my office that has 3 words on it. When people are sitting in front of me, overweight, diabetic, hypertensive, clogged up and inflamed, Doc, how did I get this way? What's the problem? Tell them it's real simple. It's the food you've been eating. And the second line is really important. It's been the food all along. High blood pressure, what your patients are eating, and start paying attention to that reality. Go away. These are all reversible diseases, every single one of them. Why don't you go into medicine? You want to heal these people, or don't you? If you want to heal them, then help them change themselves to a diet that will really reverse these diseases. Otherwise, you're an enabler. You can eat your cheeseburgers and your pizzas, but take your statins and come back and see me in a month. That's bankrupt medicine as far as I'm concerned. You want to heal these people, and don't you? Then get real about why they're sitting in front of you all clogged up and diabetic and hypertensive, and help them get on a diet that will reverse these diseases. And you too can start enjoying medicine instead of grumbling your way through another day in clinic where nobody's getting better. So if you want to get lean, keep your belly full of high water content plant foods. Who need to lose weight, if you're already lean, if you're already a satisfactory weight, don't bother yourself with this at all. Okay, this is just for the weight loss folks who really need to shed those pounds. This is the secret that you need to know. I need to go, and I can't break through it. If you were in that situation, there's probably 4 things that you're eating that are keeping you stuck. First are oils. I'm not a big oil fan. I know Mediterranean diet, olive oil, ooh, magical. No, it's not. It's liquid fat in a bottle. No, you take a whole grain, like wheat, millet, barley, down and to get into your bloodstream. But you send it to the miller, and they grind it into powder called flour. But my wife and I make lettuce wraps. We'll take a broadleaf of romaine lettuce and we'll throw. Let's not kid ourselves. I grew up on a dairy farm in Wisconsin. Cow's milk is baby calf growth fluid. It's what this stuff is. About a penny's weight of fat every hour while we were in the 20s, and he was hired by by a bacon company in Chicago to campaign, took out ads in the New York Times, Chicago Tribunes, for a couple of reasons. When I ask people, when you first get up in the morning, are you starving to death? Are you famished? Can you not wait to get to that breakfast table and start shoving food into your mouth? Most people say, you know, Doc, I'm not even that hungry in the morning. And there's a good reason for this, because you've been burning fat all night while you've been sleeping. Just because the sun came up, your body doesn't know that. It's perfectly happy to keep burning that nighttime fat mixture all morning. There is no reason whatsoever to go down to the table and start shoving food in your mouth. Now, if you're hungry, by all means, I'm not telling you to put yourself through starvation here. Have some oatmeal in the morning, have a cantaloupe. That's all cool if you're really honestly growly hungry. But if you're not, there's no reason to shove a bunch of food in your mouth. I don't start eating until noon, and that's absolutely fine. And because you keep that nighttime fat burning going all morning. In fact, if you stopped eating at, say, 6 the night before, by 6 next morning, that's 12 hours of fasting. And then if you don't eat till noon, that's another 8, that's 18 hours without eating. That's edible food-like substances and brightly colored packages and boxes. You want a magic wand, you point it squarely at the offending agent and you say, that's not food. It's not my food. It's not my food. It's not food. It isn't. And then made in plants. You want to only buy plants. And then there's eating sugar as a food. Maillard reaction. This is what turns bread brown. Sugar sticks to protein, and when you heat them, turns this crusty, distorted mass of proteins. This is fine on the surface of a French baguette. You do not want to run the Maillard reaction in your tissues. You've already got the proteins. It's in your eyes, your blood vessels, all over your body. The sugar comes from that coffee cake or that muffin or that donut or that soft drink. It sticks to proteins all over your body, and your own body heat provides the heat of the oven. And you create these bastardized, mangled proteins called advanced glycation end products. You want food. You don't want to run the Maillard reaction in the lens of your eye. The degenerated proteins leads to cataract formation. Don't eat sugar as a food. It ages you. You don't want to run the Maillard reaction in the lining of your arteries. That's the lining that oxygen has to get through in your brain to get out your brain cells. Don't turn the inside of your arteries into bread crust. That means that within minutes of eating anything, molecules of that mouthful of food are flowing through every cell in our body where our DNA lies unfolded. These are all your genes strung out on these DNA molecules. Red blotches there. This is prostate gland tissue. These are cancer-promoting genes that are turned on. These are oncogenes that are active. They put this man on a whole food plant-based diet, lots of soup and salads and greens and veggies, and 6 months later, his prostate tissue is like on the right. Those green patches are those formerly turned on cancer genes that are turned off. These plant-based molecules, as they flow through your cells, they give the chemical message, calm down, everything's okay, they're stabilizing, they're antioxidants, they promote tissue repair. We are plant-eating organisms, and our muscles and tissues are craving the molecules in these plant foods. Don't deprive them of them, because this is where aging lies. You may have a genetic propensity to a disease, but whether that disease actually manifests in your body depends on the food you're running through your tissues every day. cravings, their mouth doesn't water when they walk past a barbecue. They are physiologically different creatures who have not developed this dependency. So just to be clear about the I love my meat, where it really came from and what it's really symbolizing. Every bite matters. It changes who you are and it changes the future. You need some more motivation. You got kids, got grandkids, got little nieces and nephews like I do. The folks who are advocating a paleo diet and a flesh-based diet are advocating a flesh-based meal 3 times a day for 8 billion people on this planet. That is totally unsustainable. It will destroy this planet. Every major environmental destruction we face, deforestation, soil erosion, water pollution, water, they're all driven by our industrial production of animal flesh. When you do, the river of life is the water in these fruits and vegetables. And as they flow through your tissues, they get you healthy. And you eat these whole plant foods and flow this wonderful fluid through your tissues. It cleans you. It's like taking yourselves to the car wash and all bathe your tissues with these wonderful phytonutrients day after day, month after month, year after year. And healing happens. You turn into a healthy human being again. A newer, healthier body develops. You build a brick wall, brick by brick by brick by brick. You build a healthy body, healthy meal by healthy meal by healthy meal by healthy meal. It's easier than you think. It's ordering the bean chili instead of the beef chili. You know, it's not that huge a sacrifice, but it literally makes all the difference in the world, both for your body and for your grandchildren's future.
Yeah, delicious.
Thank you.
What do we owe you for this
I'm not the
bread?
doctor.
You owe me a copy of Dr. Clapper's talk.
Coconut bacon BLTs. I've made that coconut bacon. We learned how to do it on the cruise a few years ago. Cashew cream and raspberry cacao truffles.
Wow.
And you,
Just one?
oh,
We can take a picture. Here.
First time I had it was on that cruise.
Really?
Yeah, I think
elements at all?
but it's not all doctors. It's
Around the world are saying, don't tell us we're not seeing this. We're all seeing our patients get healthier by putting them on a plant-based diet. We're seeing these diseases go away. And it's just a truth of just biology. Eat bad food, you get sick. Eat good food, you get healthy. It's not that profound. And good food is plant-based, because that's who we are. And
Lee
County Hospital.
Oh, this is how we got into Lee County. I had been teaching Food for Life there already, and that's like the